Hello. Today, I will be interviewing the founder of the Mirocana project, a web platform that claims to create transparent investment products using the power of artificial intelligence. Hello, George.
Good afternoon, Sam.
Good to see you here. So today we're going to be discussing the Mirocana project. Could you tell us exactly what that is?
Yeah, actually this is a platform where we store and collect a lot of financial data and use machine learning models to predict stock currency and cryptocurrency markets.
Wow, that's really interesting. Now, could you tell me a little bit more about the structure? Exactly what is artificial intelligence capable of in investing?
Yeah, but first let's define what we generally need to build a great AI. We just need two things, a lot of training data and efficient machine learning model. And in our case, we receive our data from different data vendors. Some of them are described on our website, and we also have undisclosed ones. You know that any data can be interpreted in many different ways. And that's why we have this layer of strategies where each strategy takes as input some data from our data sources and converts it into predictions. And basically it says what we should do. Should we buy? Should we sell? Should we stay neutral when we receive a new data point from the data source? And the strategies may work and may not. That's why we have this third layer of simulations where the simulation takes as input all the predictions from all the strategies that we have in our system and calculates the weights among them using neural nets, deep learning neural nets, reinforcement learning, and machine learning and other machine learning algorithms in order to maximize profits and minimize their down. When all the results for all the simulations are calculated, we select the best performing simulation and deploy it into production.
All right. So exactly what kind of data do you get from these sources, and could you provide an example of a strategy?
Well, first of all, we receive quotes and market data from our data sources, and some strategies are only based on quotes. And these strategies could be applied to many financial instruments and to many time frames. And we have really complex strategies in our system. Some of them has a few hundreds lines of code, some of them has like a few thousands lines of code. But the example of the simple strategy could be something like this. If the price goes up sequentially for 3 periods of time, we generate a prediction to buy, thinking that the price will continue this trend, and vice versa. But actually this strategy wouldn't be able to cover a broker's commission. But the beauty of the system is that we still can add this strategy, and during the simulation it will be given a little weight, so it will not be taking much of a part when the cumulative prediction will be calculated. And also we receive fundamentals on companies, information about earnings and dividends, news and articles. We receive the data about countries, export-import numbers and GDP numbers. We receive trading activity of other players like hedge fund managers, experts, and traders from different platforms like eToro, Zulu Trade, and Saxo Trading Floor.
Now, that sounds very interesting, but do you actually have a working product?
Yes, we do have a working product, and we manage our own funds with that product. We have the version 1.1 with 140 strategies in it and 3 billion predictions in the database. And actually, before I raised investments, I was using the system to manage my own funds.
Really? And how successful was that?
So I was managing my funds for almost a year, and I gained 82% of profit with a Sharpe ratio of 4.5. And actually the system is a bit more complicated than I described. For example, we have strategies that has sub-strategies with the logic of the main strategy, but the different set of parameters. So it helps us to increase the accuracy of predictions.
So how can you increase the accuracy of your predictions? What are your methods?
Actually, we will be pushing the level of sophistication in all 3 layers. In our first layer of data sources, we will be adding new data sources, and we have pending negotiations with some data vendors. we work every day to create new strategies, and we have useful collaborations with people who has longer operational history in finance and investing, and they are a very legitimate source of new ideas for new strategies. And we write new strategies by our own, and we plan to release Mirocana Alpha product, where you as an algo trader or quantitative analyst will be able to add your own strategy, and if this strategy actually finds any patterns in data, you will be paid with our tokens. And we increase the level of sophistication in our third layer of simulations. We try different configurations of our neural nets and different machine learning models. And we plan to release Mirocana Sigma product, where we will conduct periodic tournaments among data scientists and mathematicians from all over the world. And they actually will try to create a model, predicting model, based on our encrypted and obfuscated predictions data. And if this model is successful, they will be paid with our tokens that they later can use to access our investment products or change them on exchange into other cryptocurrencies.
So I see you want to build a crowdsourced AI or something like that. All right, but why should I, as an investor, want to buy your tokens?
Today, artificial intelligence in finance is highly concentrated in the hands of a lucky few, in the hands of the people who have capital. And if you look at the companies which develop artificial intelligence in investing, like WorldQuant, BlackRock, and Two Sigma, and plenty of others that we don't know about, they obviously keep the technologies themselves. And you and me will never be able to let our funds to be managed by such systems. And we want to create a system that will be accessible by many people, especially by our early stage supporters. And we will not be able to give access to everybody because we have a limited number of investment opportunities. Like if you buy too much of a stock or a cryptocurrency, and we could buy all available volume, and it will obviously affect the price of this asset. And the access to our investment products will be restricted by amount of tokens on your Mirocana account.
All right. Now, I've read that you have 3 different products, one for the stock market, one for the currency markets, and one for the cryptocurrency markets. What's the difference between these products?
All 3 products are targeted to different customers with different amount of funds under management. And our first product is for stock market, where we predict over 400 companies that are listed on New York and Nasdaq Stock Exchange. And we can connect our system to your Interactive Brokers account and start manage your funds there. That means that we don't take your funds into our accounts, or we don't have a hedge fund. That's because we have a short operational history, and basically there is no company that develop artificial intelligence in trading and has a long operational history. So basically you open an Interactive Brokers account or use existing one, deposit your account, and use and gives us an access key that gives us a right to open and close new positions, but doesn't give the rights to withdraw the funds into another account. And this product will be limited, and only top 200 participants of the token sale who has the most tokens by the end of the token sale will get access to that product. Our second product is for currency market, and we can connect our system to your AND account and use our predictions for all 125 currency pairs that are available there to manage your funds. And to get access to this product, you will need to have at least 10,000 Mira tokens by the end of the token sale. And our third product is for cryptocurrency markets, where we can use our predictions to allocate your coins on Poloniex exchange. And to get access to this product, you will need to have 5,000 tokens by the end of the token sale. And we will be adding new brokers and crypto exchanges in the future. And you as a customer will be able to choose the broker or exchange you like.
All right, but I still don't quite understand. How would I, as an investor, be able to make money off of this? How will I be able to gain any profit? Exactly what is your business model?
Yes, this is the most important thing. And the return on capital should be always considered in the light of risks. And that's why we want our customers to be able to select the target return they want from 5 to 100% a year. And we will show them what risk is associated with that level of return. And that will help us to attract different kinds of investors. Investors that want to go slow, steady, and safe, and those who have more appetite for risks. And we will release simulation results for the current version of the system 1.1. And the most exciting thing is that we don't ourselves understand how far we can go. What would be if we add to the system a few thousand strategies? And what would be if we would have a greater data edge?
Now, as you expand the number of strategies and simulations, you're going to need more computational power, won't you?
Yeah, that's correct.
Well, how are you going to handle that?
We'll be adding new servers to our cluster, and we have plans to release Mirocana Miner product, where any interested person with free GPU or CPU power will be able to rent us their servers and connect to our blockchain network and start mining our tokens. And we will use this power to calculate, to backtest the strategies and to train our neural nets. And what is the difference from the Ethereum network is that you're actually doing something useful and not contributing to global warming.
Now, how are you different from other investment firms operating in the algo trading business?
The first difference is that the majority of other trading firms use third-party software to write the strategies and to backtest them. And we wrote our own software to do so. The second difference is that in traditional trading firm, they have dozens of strategies, and they manually allocate the capital among these strategies, trying to find the balance. And in our system, we take into account all the strategies at the same time. And because of that, we are able to achieve cumulative effect and some sort of create a super strategy that takes into account all the strategies that we have. The third difference is that in some traditional trading firms, some strategies may stop working and start to generate losses, and they are manually removed and working strategies are connected. In our system, if some strategies stop working, during some iterations it will be given very little weight, so it will not take much part in a cumulative prediction. And the first difference is that we, unlike many other trading firms, analyze all kinds of data. We base our strategies on technical indicators, chart patterns, correlations, other traders' activity, and news articles, tweets, and even Google Trends data, where we have strategies that are based on Google searches.
Let's talk about some of the concerns potential investors may have. Now, some might worry about the fact that you're a Russian company. What do you think about that?
Overall, I think that Russia is a very decent place to be for an AI project. And also we use ClickHouse. It is a database that was open sourced by Yandex in July of 2016. And actually this is the fastest database that is currently available. And I think I wouldn't be able to achieve such level of performance and scalability in a product if I would use some other database.
Cool. So it seems that AI is going to be expanding into many fields and in the future will eventually replace many jobs. Last question. How do you see the connection between the development of your company and the development of AI in general?
Definitely artificial intelligence is going to replace many jobs in the future, for instance, financial advisors. And the main goal that I see for our company is to constantly increase the accuracy of predictions by adding new data sources, new simulations, and new strategies. And the problem I see here is that in future, when the quality of our products will grow, more people would like to use our products, but the access is limited because the supply of tokens is limited. So probably the price of the tokens will grow, and we will need to conduct a secondary offering or something like that. In general, I think that artificial intelligence in 10 years from now will be powerful enough to support the decisions of top managers, and half of the managers will be useless. And probably in another 10 years, it will be powerful enough to take decisions by its own, and another half will be useless. So imagine a top manager that is able to participate in every meeting in a company, or that is able to conduct 400 interviews in parallel, or is able to talk to any employee of the company and evaluate his potential or her potential, and just get some valuable insights from it. So, and actually I want to build a company that will be building such artificial intelligence systems.
Well, that was certainly a lot to think about. Thank you very much, George.
Thank you.